What's up, guys? Time for Anime Sauce. Alright, so got a live video for y'all. I got a request for an anime I'd never seen before, so I went ahead and watched it. It's called Charlotte. You know who you are when you requested it, so if you give this a watch, you're gonna hopefully give it a like. But he's never seen it before, he or she, I don't know, but has never seen it before, so I watched it last night, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my thoughts on it. Now, you know how I do it. I always binge watch everything, so I try not to do episode by episode watching because I can't stand waiting, just like a lot of other people I know. But some people do it, some people don't. I'm one of those people that don't. So I went ahead and binge watched it all. It is over. I don't know if the manga's still going, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But, so regardless of whether I think it's good or not, I always give an opinion of what I think, of who I think would like the anime. Like I say, if you like this, you'd probably like it. If you don't, then you don't. You know what I'm saying? I give a genre and I say, hey, you might like this, hey, you might not. But if you are into these, then you will. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there. So, Charlotte, let's begin. Man, starting this anime, I have to say, it was boring. This anime was boring. I went in, had no idea what it was, never researched it. It's pretty popular from my understanding, from what I've researched. People actually like it, so I'm not going to knock it for that, but me personally, I thought it was boring. The first, to get into it a little bit, the outline is the main character, he has a power to possess people, like for, I think, 5 seconds. He can possess people, make them do things, obviously possess, do things. So yeah, for 5 seconds from a certain distance away. It's not like, he can't do it a mile away. But yeah, from a certain distance, he can possess people for 5 seconds and make them do what he wants. Now, he's been doing this for a while now, and he's been using it to cheat on tests, do perverted acts, look up girl skirts, and when he possesses chicks, he checks out their boobs and stuff, which is fine, whatever. But yeah, and he's like super, super conceited in the beginning of the show. He just thinks he is the man. And yeah, turns out he might be later, but he ain't right now. But everybody thinks he is because he uses that to his advantage. Now, after a little while, he gets caught possessing people by some other people who work for a school that gathers or finds people with powers, such as his. And so they recruit him into the school to help them find other people with powers and either tell them to stop using them, or if their powers are awesome enough, gather them into the school. That's the outline of the anime right there. Pretty plain, pretty simple. They go around finding people, and if their power's not good enough, they'll tell them not to use it. As apparently there's this organization that is, taking the people with powers and dissecting them and doing research on them, and they're trying to rescue them all, which is cool. So that's what you think the whole show is going to be about. So, halfway through the show, it's still the same thing. Boring, boring, boring. Just, he wakes up, they find someone, they go get him. Wakes up, finds someone, go get him. It's boring. I mean, just lame. Now, about halfway through, it starts to get a little bit more interesting in the fact that things stop going towards catch and find people. It starts diving into people's lives. The main characters, the 3 or 4 main characters, it starts to dive into it. And it turns into kind of like a self-growth type of drama, suspense type anime. In the beginning, it's a straight up, I guess you could put it in supernatural with powers, but it's pretty lame to say that. But all in all, the second half of the season is definitely better than the first part, but the second half was not good enough to make up for all those episodes I sat through and just couldn't stand it, man. I don't know. But, so, yeah, it's a self-growth anime. The character development is definitely there because the main character definitely grows from his conceited asshole self up to a caring individual. Now, besides all that, I can't give too much more, or else, it'll spoil it. Now, me personally, did I like it? No, not really. I would never watch it again, ever, because it was so damn boring, and it's really slow. Like, who would I recommend this to? Me, I would never recommend this to anybody who I know their likes. Like, if I know what you like, I wouldn't recommend this to you. unless I knew that you liked this type of anime with drama and suspense. But the drama's only at the end. It's like, it's really small. So you have to really want to sit through this thing. I mean, the first 2 episodes were torture. I was like, damn, this is lame. But I soldiered through it. I finished it. Now, what I will say is the ending, for what it was very satisfying. For about 90% satisfying. There was a little bit I didn't like, which when you watch it, you'll know, you'll either like that part about it or you'll dislike it. And it's the most obvious thing about the end that I didn't like. But, you know, I can live with it. But it wasn't enough for me to like this anime. No, I would not recommend it. No, it's not worth a buy. And no, it has no rewatch value to me. That's my personal opinion. Now, who would I recommend this to if I knew? I'd say if you like school, friendship, growth, suspense dramas with a little bit of crying and a tiny sprinkle of romance in there, you know, just to dab it a little, do a dollop of romance. Do a dollop of romance. Barely, right at the fucking ass end of the anime. You get a little bit sprinkled on there. I mean, obviously it's development, but yeah, you get a little bit on there, and it's just not enough. It's not enough. This anime was not that great to me. I would never watch it again. I took it off the list. So yeah, that's for you, man. I mean, I don't recommend it unless you can withstand boring animes, because there's no action, there's no awesome things happening. It's just straight up talking and emotion anime. I mean, and it's not even an emotional anime. You get a little bit of crying, and it's just so boring. That's why it's so flat. Even the parts that are supposed to be like self-lifting and emotional are just barely there. And oh no, no good. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend this as a watch. I mean, if you want to watch it, make sure you're into those types of things. Make sure you like slow, or you can deal with that, and you just want to see character development, because you do grow with the character, and you do see him change, and you do see how his personality switches from the asshole to the good guy. So if you do like that, then yeah, that's a recommend. I would recommend it to that kind of person. Other than that, if you're like me, then no, I need something a little bit more. I need it to be either really strong emotional anime or really strong just story. But this story was so boo-boo. I mean, it was just boo-boo. Like, it went from here, boring, then it was like kind of cool, and I'm like, yeah, all right, no. The ride was not worth the ticket. So yeah, this is a big NO for me. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the first item on the next giveaway. Why not? It's the first one, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. It's right here. Here we go. Sword Art Online. What's the Lost Song? Yeah, PS4, brand new, unopened. I got a few of these in, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you all one of these, and yeah, you can enjoy this. Definitely have played it, but this is obviously an unopened copy, so yeah, this is the first item. So I will be giving this out in the next giveaway in a couple weeks. Obviously, it's in January, so we have some time. But I'll reveal the next one in a couple days, because I am going to do some more videos tomorrow. I have a request for, Code Geass, and I have a request for some other things, so I'm going to go ahead and do those tomorrow. I had a little bit of a late getting home today, so no biggie there. So that's it for today. That's all I got. So y'all have a good one, and that's me. I'm Anime Sauce, and I'm out.